Um, Hello, Taylor.
Hi, Bethany. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Pleasure to be here today.
Yeah, for me too. So what is your major and what college is it
My major is corporate communications. It is located in Baring Hall College of Liberal Arts and Education and is in the Brian Lamb School of Communication.
in? How would you describe this major to someone who had never heard of it before?
I would describe this major as a major that specifically focuses on communication and management within.
You want me to ask a question again?
Yeah, I started reading the wrong bullet.
Okay. How would you describe this major to someone who had never heard of it before?
I would describe this major specifically focusing on communication skills within organizations.
Okay. That's not good. Okay. What would you learn in this major and what types of courses would you take?
When you will learn management and supervision as well as labor relations and internal communication. You would learn development in these fields as well. Some courses would include diversity at work, leadership communication in organizations, and communicating in the global workplace. All this can be found on purdue.edu, link under admissions and undergrad admissions.
Um, what types of jobs are typically associated with this major?
That's a wonderful question. Fields in this major include management, advertisement, public relations, media production, and marketing.
So, what inventory did you choose to relate to this major and how does it relate?
The inventory I chose was Holland's SDS code. The code that I chose that would be best suited for this major would be the letter E, C, and S. It happens to be my code, and I feel like it's bestly suited for myself. E stands for persuaders, those who manage, organize, and work well with people. C is the organizers. Their numerical ability is strong and they are very detailed. And S stands for helpers. They work well with people as well. They train and they're trained, they enlighten others, and they're skilled with their words.
Um, is there a specific quantitative reasoning course associated with this major?
One, but there is a database to choose from. With that database for the specific quantitative reasoning class, with the specific quantitative reasoning class, I chose M153 is the requirement, or M154. And for the science, I chose ENTM 21800, Chem 13600, and Biology 2100.
Is there a foreign language required?
Yes, there is. Foreign language requires that you have at least 4
Requirement for this major?
Yes, the major requires that you have at least 4 years, level 4 of proficiency in one language.
How many credits are available for free electives?
There are about 22 to 24 free electives for this major.
And what are the quota requirements for this major?
The quota requirements happen to be 75% of the major must be completed at Purdue with Lafayette and 50% of its minor. You must complete the university major and core requirements. About 2 copies of the quota form.
I think that's it.
We're just going to keep going straight through. Okay.
Okay.
Today.
You're over going to come back down? So the kerosene goes this way. Are we going?
They're going to catch all in the video. Okay, I'm going to ask the question again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Bethany, can you please give a brief description of this major?
There's a brief description online on the English website,
Mm-hmm.
but some really basic stuff about it is that it focuses on language and literature and writing, and it really is focused on developing good writing skills and techniques, and also critical reading and thinking and stuff like that.
Wow. Well, what type of things do you learn in this major? Representative course titles and descriptions. A little bit.
Well, you learn to write clearly and concisely
That's
and
important.
well and edit. You also learn to read and think critically. I think I already said that. Some course descriptions are English 227, which is called Elements of Linguistics, which focuses on the development, purpose, and what is known about the English language, or human language in general. And then another course is English 301, which is called Ways of Reading, and it involves critical reading of key texts, and it focuses a lot on theoretical strategies in learning.
Those all sound very interesting. What type of jobs would you say that students that graduate with this major typically enter?
Well, obviously a writer, but also editors for a magazine or newspaper, something like that, or maybe even a publishing company. It is known that you can go into some kind of management or training position with this major, and you can also be a reporter or a journalist. And a lot of people with a major in English also go on to grad school and focus on something more specific, and then go into Holland Code inventory. The SDS Holland Code. Okay. Okay.
Out of the inventories we discussed, which one did you choose?
I chose the SDS Holland Code, and I think the letters that would best fit an English major are A and E, which stand for artistic and entrepreneur. Artistic, I believe, is a very good representation of the English major because it's a lot of creativity involved in reading and writing.
I agree.
And I think the entrepreneur is a good thing that relates to it too, because there are certain things about an English major that have a lot to do with how to run a business and stuff. It doesn't sound like it, but there are. So I don't really know a very good third letter that fits really well with it, but there are a lot of different types of people, so I'm sure that pretty much anyone would work.
Okay, now was your code related to this major?
My code was ASI, and also an E is pretty close to that. It was my fourth letter, and it was close. So
you consider your code to be a good fit for this?
yeah, it would be, I believe.
Alrighty then.
That was a horrible answer.
With that being said, is there a specific quantitative reasoning class required from the university course, or specific science or science, tech, and society classes required?
There are not specific courses required, but there is a minimum of Math 153 or 154 for the quantitative reasoning, and Stats, I believe, 111. And for science, there is no specific one. You can choose whatever scientific discipline you want, and just fulfill 6 credit hours, 3 of which have to be lab.
Is foreign language required?
Yes. It is required that you are proficient in a foreign language up through level 4.
And how many free electives are available?
Gosh, dang it, I totally forgot. Oh, 31 to 33, ask again.
How many free electives are available?
31 to 33 free elective credit hours are available.
Okay. And what are the major's codal requirements?
Well, like with any school, it is required that you fill out 2 different Kodo forms. One of them is for the College of Liberal Arts, and the other is for the registrar. And you have to have all of your paperwork filled out and completed ahead of time, signed by whoever it needs to be signed by, and you have to meet with an advisor prior to codoing into the college in order to work out how that would go.
That is all very interesting. It was nice talking to you today.
It was wonderful talking to you too.
Okay.